Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today, I will be reviewing the Omega Apollo 11 50th Anniversary Speedmaster Anniversary Series 42mm steel on steel. I'll tell you a little bit about the history of the Speedmaster, how it came to be, then tell you about where this one stands in the lineup of other similar Speedmasters, then tell you about the case, bezel, dial, bracelet movement, finally try it on and give you my thoughts. So let's start with the Speedmaster, the history. Well, as I said at the beginning, this is the Apollo 11 50th anniversary. Now, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin stepped on the moon in 1969. So 50 years after that would make it 2019. Yes, 50 years after. And so Omega recreated a Speedmaster, of course, in the newer technology with some specialties that I'll describe when I start talking about the watch that make this a commemorative watch for the 50th anniversary, a giant step for mankind, and that is all encapsulated in this 50th anniversary watch and is very befitting from the brand, the actual brand that supplied the watches that were worn by the astronauts that actually went to the moon. It's not as if it was some other brand. No, it was actually Omega that supplied the watches that went to the moon. So it only makes sense that they would be the one to supply a 50th anniversary of that gigantic leap for mankind. So with that said, that is the little bit about the history of the this Speedmaster, or the Moon Watch, I should say. Now, since then, you can imagine Omega having been the watch that went to the moon, and they have done many different variations of this watch. A ton of numbers. They've done a Silver Snoopy. They've done anniversary after anniversary, all sorts of special editions on it, and rightfully so. I believe that going to the moon is probably one of man's most incredible achievements, maybe even the most incredible achievement. So as such, they would make a lot of variations on this and really milk the cow and come up with this cool commemorative watch. Okay, so that's a little bit about the history. Right now, this watch is, I'm making this video as of 2025. They made this watch in 2019. That's already 6 years ago. It's not the easiest watch to find, considering that they are limited. How many are they limited? Well, they're limited to my favorite number, which is 6969, which is 6,969. That's right. 6969 is the number. Not a number that you can probably forget. And for the lucky person who has that 6969, wow, that would be pretty nice. All right, anyways, so there's limited number of them. It's a commemorative watch. It differs from the normal moon watch in several ways, which I'll describe when I talk about this watch. The moon watch is not a hard watch to get, but the limited Apollo 11 50th anniversary is. So watching this here, by the way, if you decide that after watching this video you'd like to buy this watch and own it, have it on your wrist, click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazztime.com, which is why we're making this video for people like you who would like to learn about this watch, see it in the comfort of your own home, and then easily buy it and have it delivered to your house after you've made payment with a bank wire. Okay, let's move on and start talking about the case. 42 millimeters, not any different from any of the other moon watches. It has the same stainless steel case. They make even gold cases and other cases, but this one happens to be on steel, just like the original was. And that part is not really any different. It has these nice beveled edges, a satin finish on the top, and it has your typical moon watch case design, which is a very beautiful design. Let's move on though to what is special about this, and this is what is special. First, let's take a look at the bezel. The bezel is a ceramic bezel, but it's not just any ceramic bezel. It's a ceramic bezel with moonshine gold baked into the ceramic bezel so that you have the appearance of gold, but they call it moonshine. What is moonshine? Well, it's not as yellow as yellow gold. And what a befitting name. Their watch goes to the moon. They call it moonshine. I mean, what a cool name. And moonshine is a mix of different compounds. I think something, I'll find the name in a little bit, but it appears to look not as yellow, a little bit more, I guess, brass, or a little bit, just not as yellow. Yellow gold really stands out and really pops, makes it look very obviously yellow, but their moonshine is not as yellowy. And in my opinion, it actually kind of looks good, because sometimes yellow gold makes it a little bit too much, as in a little bit too blingy. And for a watch that, could go to the moon, has gone to the moon before in previous generations, I think it's pretty cool. Okay, so that's the bezel. Now, also, let's talk about the way that Omega has done the dial. Now, oh yeah, the bezel. Sorry, I want to say, why does it have this gold in it? It's a black ceramic ZRO2 with Ceragold tachymetric scale. So basically gold baked into the bezel. All right, and ceramic keeps it so it doesn't scratch. Okay, now the dial. What is cool about the dial? Well, the dial has a varnished gray and black dial. So you see the center is gray, and then on the outer periphery it is black. That gives the dial depth. It looks also quite cool. It has sort of the varnished gray part. Kind of looks like the moon, right? It just a little bit like the surface of it. It's not exactly a flat color. It's not exactly sandblasted, but it has this gray appearance that kind of mimics the moon. It's quite cool. And of course, they don't want to do that the whole way through. So they, part of the just aesthetic design is by putting black on the outer rim to give it some look. And then you see the subdials. You see obviously the 3 subdials, but the subdial I'm sure that sticks out to you is this man coming down the ladder and landing onto the moon. That person is Buzz Aldrin. And you see that at the 9 o'clock subdial, and that is done in 18 karat moonshine gold. So again, very, very cool. If you look at the image itself and you actually loop it and take a look, the intricacy of which this gold is inlaid at the 9 o'clock position is done perfectly. It looks actually like a man coming down this spaceship and landing on the moon, and that is done so on this watch. I think and there's only 6,969 of them. Fantastic, very, very cool. Okay. All right, and then what else we can say? All right, that's enough for the dial. Well, I guess we could say also the dial itself, the hands are also done in 18 karat moonshine gold, right? Which is and the hour markers, so that it all matches. So it's all done in. It's not really. I wouldn't say this is a two-tone watch, but the head of it is inlaid with gold, moonshine gold actually. So. Very cool. Now let's move on to the bracelet. The bracelet is, Omega makes one of the best bracelets. They make a very nice bracelet. It's very form-fitting, very comfortable, and I can't say a whole lot about it because it's a very nice bracelet. If you hold it in your hand, it's right up there. I wouldn't say as good as Rolex's Oyster or Jubilee, but it's certainly up there. I cannot say it's better than Rolex's bracelet. Rolex makes a really good bracelet, but Rolex charges more money, and this one is still a very good bracelet. All right, now let's move on to the case back. The case back also is pretty cool. It uses a NAD, N-A-I-A-D lock case back, which has a lot of cool engravings. Let's take a look at them. The first obvious one is a footprint. That's Buzz Aldrin's footprint on the moon. And it says, that's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Those famous words. So pretty cool to immortalize it on the back of the watch, which you could wear everywhere. And it has the words Apollo. It says 50th anniversary. It shows you the number that it's out of 6969. And what else does it say? Yeah, it has the caliber number. Okay, let's talk about the movement. The movement here is a 3861 movement. I think this is before they changed to the 321. It's still a very good movement, and it's manual wind. By the way, you know why it's manual wind? It's because when they were producing these watches for space, they didn't know, like, if having a rotor, the rotor would actually turn because of zero gravity in space. So they decided, okay, in that event, maybe the rotor won't turn, the watch won't wind, and it can potentially not keep time. So what we could do instead is let's just make it manual wind, and then all you have to do is just wind it. And there will not be any force of gravity on it. So there you have it. And that's how Moon watches are all in manual wind. It's the original old school way to do watches, even before watches became automatic watches in around, I think, 1945 or so. All right, anyways, so that part is it. And also, by the way, it has a crystal. The crystal, oh, every watch has a crystal, but the old school one had a Hesalite crystal, was a base, I think it's like a plastic crystal, but now they do it with the sapphire crystal, which they should, because it makes it less likely to scratch. Okay, anyways, that's it. So let's try this watch on my wrist. Now, I'm 6 foot tall, 200 pounds. I have a 7.5 inch wrist. As you can see, 42 millimeter fits me just fine. It looks perfect, actually, if you ask me. It's a very nice sized watch. And I am a big fan of Omega. I like their Silver Snoopy award. I think that's a very cool watch to have. I also think it's very cool to have a watch that has the history or lineage of a watch that has gone to space. And Omega is a top brand. It's right up there. I can't say it's better than Rolex, or it's definitely not better than Rolex, but its price point is, at least it's under Rolex. So it is right up there. It's a massive brand. The Moon watch is a massive line, and so to have a 50th commemorative watch of that, I think is pretty cool, and it's limited. So look, if you want to buy this watch at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.